Welcome, another Saturday intermediate yoga class. You can find these on my Healing Touch Vinyasa YouTube channel, but you have to go to the top bar where it says playlists. Click on playlists, and there will be all my playlists there. And intermediate yoga every Saturday morning is there. Beginning yoga list is there. Restorative class, and core. So there's 4 different classes listed in the playlist. So just remember that you can have access, even though it's an unlisted link, this class, it is a public playlist on my YouTube channel. Just wanted to make sure, because I have my students asking, well, where can I find this class? I'm like, it's in the playlist. So there you go. All right, so yeah, today I want to make sure, and I have this sense that it's important for so many people who practice yoga like I do and are my age. When we overstretch, we get a sore back when there's too much looseness happening in the hips. So remembering that when we practice, and I will cue that, so that will be the theme today, making sure we're not dumping into the hip flexors, making sure that we're invigorating the legs, I think that's coming from my phone, so I'm gonna put my phone on. There we go. So yeah, I've been finding that too much loosey-goosey in the hip flexors is not good. So the focus today is more strength and stretch. And you will understand as we progress through class. So I will remind you on the cues of that. Like it's almost like it's a suction inward and a powerful lift. So, suction inward and powerful lift. That will be our theme today. All right. Standing is an amazing way to ground yourself. You wouldn't think that, but it is. When you root your feet down, envision like 6 feet below you, this beautiful energetic pulse that is rooting you into the earth. So visualize that 6 feet below you, like an energy center pulling you into the earth, grounding you down. And then do the same for that top 6 feet above you. Feel this energetic pulse and let that pull you upward. So these 2 directions, because we are a physical being in a material world. And this is how we are moving about on the planet. So you want to honor both directions, earth frequency and spirit frequency. Settle into that polarity of earth and heaven. Start the awareness through the nose breath, ujjayi or ocean breath. Inhale nose. Exhale nose. Slightly dropping of the chin, lifting of the heart. Continue that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Zipping up the legs, noticing the navel inward, natural curves of the body, shoulders dropping. Just 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. Last one. Inhale nose. Rippling all the way up to the crown chakra. And then exhale all the way down to the feet. Great. Lightly flutter the eyes open. Inhale, arms coming high. Exhale, dive forward. Just do a couple half sun salutes. Letting the heart, I'm just turning, you're fine. Halfway lift, hands underneath the kneecaps, ribs in, zipping up the legs like a suction in, and core out. Exhale, pull back in, push into the feet. Up to you. This is our first time coming back up. You can roll, but if you have activated legs and engaged central column, you might be able to come up flat back. Exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, we'll do that again. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, flat back, come up to stand. Exhale, hands at your heart. You know it's working when you're clearing out your lungs. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dive forward. This pause halfway, incredibly powerful. Knowing that you're using your central column for strength and power. Your hip flexors are high. Your belly is lifted. Your feet strong. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull back in. Come back up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands at your heart. Noticing that your eyes are following your hands. One more like that. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dive forward. Engage inner thighs. This is where that strength of the back and the legs will power the inner lines, inner muscles of the belly, which will keep the back safe and strong. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull back in. Again, I'm activating my feet, pressing toe mound, outer edge of the little pinky toe into the heels. My heels are slightly apart, 1 inch. So is my toes. Watch for the toes end up being just like a 1/2 inch for me, and then 2 inches on the back. It's up to you, knowing what's right for your hip creases. You might be wider than this. We're going to just hang out in this forward fold. Bending the knees, hips high. Activate the glutes. See if you can feel this squeezing inward. Grab the elbows, just rock side to side. Put a little pressure in that left foot. A couple sides, a little pressure in the right foot. You can activate all the way into the IT band, up into that right hip flexor up, reaching high. And then switch, left side. Push into the foot, push high, crease, hip crease goes high. Back to center. Spread out the toes, inner ankle, inner toe mound, and inner ankles lift, creating a natural arch in the foot. All right, walk over to the right. With the fingers, head relaxed. Back to center. Go over to the other side. Good, back to center. Nice. Make sure you're at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and step back. High plank to down dog, and we'll just alternate that. Julie's here with me. Thank you. She inspires me. She's my muse. My Saturday muse. Woo. Hips high, and then shoulders over the wrists. Press down dog, bent knees, and then high plank. High plank, one of those amazing postures that will immediately enliven that central column that we want to strengthen. When that is strong, your power is strong on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. Keep breathing. Feel like you want to hold that high plank. You can, or go ahead and if you're just feeling like you need to rest, go into your child's pose. And hold high plank. Natural curve in the low back. Activate the legs. Remember the head's not dropping. It's the same line as the spine. Wow. 2 more breaths. All right. Drop the knees. Really feel the hands underneath the shoulder, so I have to move my hands back slightly. Just going to warm up a little bit more through movement. Cat-cow. Up and down. Creating some heat. And tiger curls too, we'll do that as well. So we'll do that next. Seems to always be my little go-to right at the beginning of class. Got a cat-cow movement. Side to side. Soothing into the back. Warming it up. So if there's other movements that your body wants, just close your eyes and let your body guide you. Right now I'm just circling out. Shoulders forward, hips back, one direction. Switch directions. Nice. All right, knees come together. Left leg goes out. Straight back. A little bit of squareness in the hips. Hips in, right arm extends forward. Inhale to reach. Exhale to come inward, elbow to knee. And then again, inhale, extend. Exhale in. Your rhythm, I'm going a little fast. Just wanted to heat up. All right, last one. Hold. Reach back. Right hand, little pinky toe. Just lift that up. Excellent way to stretch out the shoulder. So just focus on that right shoulder. Again, remember not dumping into the pelvic bowl, but letting the hips underneath you so that you have more power through that. Mula Bandha, lock, root lock, suction, and strength. It's not dumping. This is dumping. You can feel the difference. It stretches too much on that right hip and that left. So it's that lift, like you're floating. That is because my body type gets loose and my mind just went to somebody who's maybe doing a boot camp or very strong. that loosey-goose, that dropping and that dumping is not necessarily a problem, an issue, because the muscles have become so powerful that they're holding everything in and intact and not stretching the ligaments too much. So this is for my body. For those of you that are overdoing your yoga practice, just reminders that we need to pull in and strengthen and keep the muscles to the bone. All right, left side. Left arm forward, right leg back. Inhale to extend. Exhale, come on in. Inhale. Exhale. Tiger curls, left arm, right leg. Breath is flowing. This is Vinyasa. Inhale out, exhale in, even if it's fast. Last two. Great. Reach forward and back. Take that strength with you when you do your back bend, when you do this arching. Lift and kick back. Didn't say this on the other side, but you can as well look over that left shoulder. Harder side for me. Look down when you're ready to release. Extend forward and back. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Woo! Take a breath. Set back into child's pose, wide knees. And this is an option to pulse this back. So you're remembering the placement of the hips and the belly. You're not dumping again. It's more applies to every single posture if you're practicing this way. Pull back. Reach forward. Feel safer and stronger as well. Walk the hands to one side. You'll notice different pathways as well start to open up. So when you create a little bit more space in that pelvic bowl, the new pathways start radiating up through the side body. Come back to center, other side. Good. Come back to center. And our second high plank to hold. So come back. First, we'll start with little bent knee plank. I love this one. So tabletop. And then just hover the knees. Little bit of space between your knees and the mat. Push into the hands. Ribs in. Again, the head's not dropping. It's the same line as the spine. And then play. Move the hips to the left and to the right. My breath is a little fast. Maybe yours is longer. Okay, and then walk the feet back and still hold your plank. Wow! Oh my gosh, you're still with me? Low push-up. Exhale. And slide through. Yay! That up dog feels good. Whew. Little bent elbows if you need it. Heart forward. Look over the right shoulder. Back to center. Over the left. Back to center. And into straight leg down dog. Come on back. Spread the fingers wide. Great story. One of my teachers, it's like, we're going to do something different with our hands. You're going to spread them. And then he says, we're going to do something different. And then we're going to spread them wider. So just spread your fingers wider. I thought that was funny. I was waiting for something new, something innovative, but no, just spread your fingers wider. Bend your knees slightly. And we could do that same rocking that we did with that bear plank. Heels to the right. Come back to center. Heels to the left. Just coming into my mind that this body of mine loves heating up through planks and tiger curls. So we're going to do another set of tiger curls, but from down dog. Maybe 3 on each side. Three sets. If you've been with me for a while, you know what that is. Toes together. Right leg comes high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Make sure you're pulling back into that left heel, not dumping the weight into the wrists. High kick, knee to nose. All the way up, left elbow. Now we can speed it up a little bit, 2 more sets. Right elbow. Knee to nose. My wall's in the way. Left elbow. 1 more set. Great. Hold that right leg high. If you need a break for your wrists or your hands, definitely take that. I'm going to hold that right leg high. Spread out the shoulders, one-legged down dog. Again, not to stretch and lengthen that hip socket. See how I'm touching the wall? I'm going to pull that hip in and then lift. If that makes sense. You want the hip in the socket to lift, which engages that right glute so much more. Stretch out the upper body, the head drop. Activate the left kneecap up. Lift that right leg a little higher. A little higher. We're going to rest after this. A little higher, lift. And gently release. Drop it down. Massage the hands. I think that's what we need. Take these hands and just give them a little bit of love. Rock the head, shoulders. Whatever feels good. This is how postures are created. Asana is created this way. What do you need for your hands, for your neck, for your shoulders? Good. Right elbow behind the head. Just a little stretch for the shoulders. Maybe you can grab the fingers, give it a little side bend off to the left. Come back to center. Switch sides, left elbow up. Right fingers. Over to the right. Even this is helping the wrists and hands by stretching, using your fingers to pull. Good. Come back to center. Release. Shake it out. Make sure there's nothing to hit. Breathing. All right, we're ready for the tiger curls on the other side. Sometimes wrists get so fatigued that there are these bells that you hold, or these rods that you can hold. You can also try fists, or you can try elbows, or you can try keeping that core strength super strong and into that belly, into that hip and leg, so it's not all dumping into the hands. Left leg comes high. Inhale. Tiger curl, left elbow. Inhale, come back up. Knee to nose. Back up, right elbow. Good, 2 more sets, your own space, timing, your own timing. Last set. Great. Pull it up, hold that one-legged down dog. It's coming away from the wall a little bit. So right hip, crease straight back. Left hip crease dropping. Hip into the socket, so easy to reach it out. Pull it in. Rotate toes down, lift up. See if that left glute starts to fire up a little bit. And then focus on the upper body, let the upper body push you back. A lot to think about. Alignment, alignment. Focuses that central column, that lift in the low belly and the navel. My left leg is actually shaking because of the new lines being awakened. Oh, wow. All right, left leg steps up. Finally, we say finally. Low lunge. Open up that stretch. Make sure that left hip crease pulls towards the back of the mat. You can even put your fingers inside that hip. Pull that pelvic bowl down and back. Push into the front foot. All that activation into that hip socket. That's what will keep you strong. Pelvic bowl. Yeah, just explore and experiment. See what different sensations happen in that pelvic bowl. So if you dump it forward, you're going to collapse into the fingers. If you pull it up and back, you'll create space and your fingers will have room. Absolutely key. If you don't have any space in there, that's what's creating the pain in the low back. Speaking from experience. Turning, let's take that left arm up. And also when you do that, when you create the space in that pelvic bowl, in the hips, you have the freedom to bring the arms up because your legs are doing the work. See that? Come up to this high lunge by just swooping. So let's do that again. Julie, see if you can look down, go to fingertips on the right, left arm is high, pelvic bowl is strong, come up, come up, come up. Good, so hard. Woo! Right hand, left knee, still continue. Noticing the strength in that front leg. Back, we're gonna keep it going because it's so good. Look forward, take that right arm up, right arm back, interlace the fingers, lean forward, and release that right leg. Ah, ah. You can fly down into standing split with the arms above you. So that's all that power is talking about. In the navel, in the central column. See if you can go bend the front knee, step into chair. Right foot comes forward. Don't do it if it hurts. Make sure you have that quality over quantity. Into chair. Grab, release the hands, grab the knees. This is my practice, you guys. Hopefully it's helpful for you. And then move the spine, focusing on tightening and stabilizing those hip flexors. Good. Sit low. Sit low. And then bring your arms forward. Stabilize the hip flexors. Keep them where they are. Look down. See if you can bring your heels high. Good. Come on down. Hips to the heels. Come on up. And then again. Come on down. Good. And come on up. Oh, one more time. Squeezing inward. Heels high, heels high. Nice. How cool is that? Go ahead and just sort of surrender. Let the knees open up. And Mula Bandha Asana. I'm going to turn so you can see me. You're rotating knees to the side. Catch your breath. Always options to put blocks where your floor is so far away. So I would put a block underneath my hips. But today, stabilizing those hip flexors, pulling inward, lifting up. Your eyes have to stay still. See if you can balance. Navel in, hips shooting back, torso lifting up. Smiling on the inside. Yay! Awesome. All right, gently come out. Rotate the toes. Arms on the outside of the knees. Forehead towards the knees, just rounding into this nice tight ball. And then forward fold. Wow. Take a moment. What do you need? I think I'm going to move through flow. So halfway lift. Step back, high plank. Hold it as long as you like. Do double push-ups. Depends on what you want today. Maybe 15 push-ups. We can try that. See where we go. I'm dropping my knees though. 15 push-ups. 1, 2. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I wonder if we said 20, if it would be the same, like we'd slow down at the last 5. Probably. The mind is a powerful thing. Let it go. Up dog. And then down dog. So good. All right. So I'm going to turn around. You're fine. We have that left leg coming forward. Left leg coming forward into this lunge. Again, all those things that we did on the other side. Is it left leg? Nope. Thank you, Julie. I heard you thinking for me. It's actually right leg. Right leg forward. Right hand into that hip crease. And feel that hip crease move back. Activate that front foot. Find that pelvic bowl. Sometimes it dumps forward. You can collapse into the fingers. Open it up. Let there be space where your fingers are. Sink into the foot a little bit. Open up the low belly. Turn. Good. Different pathways when you work this way. You can feel a little bit more through that back, side back. Don't forget that activity through the left back heel, left activated leg. Okay, so you have so much power through that front leg now that you can hover the fingers and come up to high lunge. Dropping left hand to the right knee, turn into that right side. Breathing. Okay, look forward, left arm comes up. Behind you, ribs in, interlace the fingers. Good, look down, lean forward with the fists, with the chest and the fist lift. I think I need more space, but we'll see. Oh yeah. Warrior 3, tapping that left foot up, hovering. You can stay right here, which is absolutely beautiful, or you can drop that upper body. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So then I think we came back up, which is so hard. Oh, and then dropped it back. No, we stepped up into the chair. Left foot to chair. Good, good. Now keeping the arms where they are. Same thing with the heels. Bringing the heels up. Sparrow pose. Airplane wings. And then arms forward. Lucky me, I have a wall. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna try to release the wall. Grab my elbows. Ah! All right, forward fold. Shake it out. How are you doing, Julie? That was a lot for the hips. So we're gonna drop the hips low and then high and then low and then high. I feel like my calves need a stretch, so go ahead and roll up, walk about. Little yoga walkabout. Wow, working hard today. I love it. Thanks for the inspiration. Couldn't do it without you. Takes a village, I tell you. So good. All right, so I did want to stretch out the calves. If you have a wall handy, this is like one of the easiest ways to stretch out the calves. Just lean against the wall. I have my left leg forward and just stretch out that back calf. Again, not dumping that low belly, the hip crease. It's all about the hips. You want to pull in and back and then lengthen. Quite different. We'll just switch. We'll keep it simple. Left leg back, right leg forward. Same thing, not dumping your hip flexor. In, back, and lengthen. Harder for me to adjust this side, I think. Back, little belly. Activates your left calf even more when you're not collapsing into that hip socket. You feel it right radiating right into the calf. This reminds me of some of the wall work, and we're so warm in the hips that it might be nice to do some wall work with our warriors. Gently come out, bring the mat to the wall, hopefully have one close by. It looks like you do, Julie, good. So, well, first of all, let's get a drink. Let's get a drink of water. Take a moment to get a drink of water, and then we'll do some wall sequence. Love it. I'm wearing Invisalign, and I'm on my third week. So I'm using straws, and I may slur my words. I'm so sorry. All right, so we'll do warrior 1, 2, and then we'll do half moon, and twisted half moon. And depending on how it goes, we'll do it twice on each side. So we'll actually warrior one just once. Yeah, warrior one once, warrior two once, but then when we get to half moon, we're going to do it twice, and twisted half moon twice, using the wall as support. If you've been with me before, you know that this sequence is so powerful. All right, I'm starting right side, right leg forward, left ankle or heel on the wall, and then 45-degree angle with that left foot. So then what do you do with the right? What we've been talking about. Inward, turn, belly lifts. Pelvic bowl, not dumping, but underneath you to engage this left glute. Settle in, right hip rolls back. Careful of this back knee. So if that hip can't go square, don't make it go square. Go to where it's right for you. Maybe narrow the stance in right foot towards you, or widen the stance, right foot off, or a little bit of both. Good, and we're just gonna hold. Natural curve in the back, especially for warrior one. Excellent for this left ankle. Shoulders, bring that same vitality that you have in the legs into the upper body, and then hold it. The somatic experience, you're constantly sensing and feeling where your hip placement is. If there's some movements to find activity and activations, do that. Yeah, do what your body's requesting. What does that back leg need? What does the front leg need to light up, to become more vital, to have more prana? Couple more breaths. Like I said, we're only doing warrior one once, so I guess I'm holding it a little longer. Hello. Awesome. Good, release. Step up. Shake it out. Nice, all right. Right leg back. Little edge, little grounding of the wall. Inner ankle bone lifting. Activate the right glute. Settle into that warrior one. Feels completely different. It's a different side. Spread out the toes. Keep the tracking of the left knee, not to spread it off to the too much. You want it inward into that hip. Oh, wow, hard. This side is actually harder to activate, this front hip, because I'm right-sided. Right side is more powerful, for sure. Check in with your arms. Spreading the scapula onto the back. Settling in. Like you're on ice. Squeezing inward. Suction in. Strengthen up. You know, you find that effort, and then let it go. Effortless effort. Whatever you did on the other side, just play with it. Might even close your eyes. See if there's equanimity throughout the posture. Front foot, back foot, belly, chest, heart, head. Oh, good. Use that exhale to step up. So my practice is different than your practice. All right, warrior two. So this time, the whole side of the foot goes onto the wall. Step out into this alignment of the right heel lining up to the middle arch. That's what I do anyways. It's up to you. What feels right for you. It's your body. And then this left arm tends to just kind of fit like a puzzle here, amazingly. Lower belly, not dumping forward. Natural turn for this left hip, not dumping, but pulling in and up. Hip, right hip underneath you as you settle in, activating the inner lines. All of that, and then use the arm. Stay tall. Last thing is that upper body where you feel the length. Remember those points, 6 feet above you. It's a chakra of energy. And then 6 feet below you, another powerful center. Keep the breath flowing. So you can grow a little taller. Oh, I'm getting a nice adjustment in the back. Like the hips go, yes, this is where I'm supposed to be. In and up, as well as strengthening. Okay, feel ready? Step up. Big step. All right, right side back, left leg forward. Good. So I think in the mid-90s, my favorite teacher was Troy Taylor, and this was his workshop, 3-hour workshop, and I just have always remembered the sequence on the wall. And so poses and props remind you of teachers. My favorite teacher at that time. Mid-90s, I would say 1996, 95, 96. Classic. All right, same thing, inner rotation. Activate that right glute, which I can do a little bit more. Pull that left hip crease underneath you. Lower belly lifts. Check to see if you got a natural curve in the back. Activating that left glute. Harder to do on this left side. A lot of times you see yogis with no butts because they're not playing with these glute muscles enough. Hard. That shaking is an indication of that new power going in and up, that vibration. All right, step up. Oh, hard. Yay! Smiling. Yeah. All right, so now the grand finale, and then we'll go down to the ground. Whew, half moon on the wall. So take a forward bend. Again, remember, activate those legs. Even push in a little bit with your hands on your knees to activate. As you activate, you'll feel it up into the hips. Then find your forward fold. Push into the feet. Really powerful, safe way to forward fold. You may have to move a little bit, which I think I do. Yeah, too close. So walk out a little, just so that that leg, oh, which side? Sorry, we want left leg up, because we just did the left leg. So it's fatigued a little. So take that left leg up to the wall. Excellent place for blocks. Using it underneath your hand, right? Julie, you have blocks, hopefully. Even the high place for that block. Left leg's gonna go up. And the block, check out where the block goes. It goes kitty corner to that little pinky toe. Okay? In fact, I'll start high just to see. And you're gonna try not to put too much weight into the hand, but more into the leg. See? More into the leg. Left leg. Okay, all of those things that I said about these hip flexors, be careful and engage them. natural curves. And you're just opening it up. Left hand comes high when you're ready. That's it. Left hip opens up a little bit. See if you can get your left hip to open up. Left hand on the left hip. And feel that open just a little bit. Good, like a door. So that means your toes are pointed a little bit 45. Oh, good. Hold that up. So you can see why we need to do this twice. Be gentle. Use your blocks. All right, gently come down. Take a moment to recover. A little forward fold. A little malasana squat for me. Release into the back. Back, take 2 or 3 breaths in malasana. Gentle. And I'm using my block. And sitting up. Meditative moment. Stay tall. Inhale nose. Let it out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, release the arms. Forward fold. Ready for the other side. Right leg comes high. Block if you used it on the other side. Not dumping. Did you see that adjustment? This is like a crazy dump right here in that hip flexor. Open it up. That's what the block is for. It helps you open up that hip crease, which is awesome. And then put the weight into the standing foot. Right hand on the right hip. Open that up. Ideally, your foot is right off the waist. Great. Hip crease back, lower belly lifts. Right arm can come up. Natural curve in the back. How do you get that? By pulling that left glute up and back, activating that left leg. Good. Ooh, too much dumping in my left hand. That's why we call it practice. It's like, how do you expect to be perfect? No, there's no perfection. This is called yoga practice for a reason. Okay, roll yourself up. Give it a little bit of shake and a walk about. Yeah, excellent. I like that recovery moment. Julie, we're going over just a little bit just to do these, and then we'll close up with a little supported bridge, and then we'll be done. All right, so left leg goes back up. We're only going to hold it for about 8 counts this time, 8 breaths. Bringing my block. Maybe it'll go down 1 level, medium level. Lift that left leg high. Make sure you're in that right place where your heel is underneath the hip, that standing hip. Left hand on the hip, open the hip up, and there you go. Oh yeah, better the second time, isn't it? I think your hand needs to go out a little bit underneath your shoulder. Make sure the hand's underneath the shoulder, a little bit more forward with that block. Yes, that's it. Now try to straighten that right leg if you can. Awesome. You got it. I'm smiling. It's hard. It's so hard. Yeah, I can't. Can I see myself? Barely. I think my hand's a little. All right, ready to come out. Not breathing. Remember to breathe.
These in-between moments, absolutely essential to recovery. Let some of that lactic acid move about. Soften, let that whole experience just kind of transmutate into more energy. Surrender. Okay. Last little bit. Right leg up the wall. Half moon. Wow, I'll tell you, it feels so much better the second time. Body says, yeah, I know where I was, what I want. So left hand underneath the shoulder, left leg underneath the hip. Ideally, you're feeling that left knee straighten. If you need to, bring that block higher and you'll be able to straighten that left leg a little bit more. Activate the left glute. How do you do that? Oh, come on out. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. We're not doing twisted. That's enough. We'll save that for the next class. Julie's probably going, yay! Thank you, Tom. Let's stay in Malasana just for a little bit with the blocks. I'm going to do double blocks, really gentle and easy. Sometimes these postures that are basic and beginning have incredible value in class like today. So double blocks, planting the feet, check in with that hip flexor back, lower belly, all of the things that I was talking about. Elbows inside the knees, knees inside of the elbows, and give it a little pressure inward. Lengthen through the back of the neck. We'll stay for 8 breaths. I'm leaning forward a little bit into my feet. Pulling back as well into my back. Activating the glutes. In fact, play with it. Go push, left glute, foot, left glute, pulse, 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 pulse. Back to center, take a breath. Right side, pulse. See if you can activate that right glute. Oh, yeah, a little harder. Nice. Now push in, lengthen, and stay. Space, strength. That's why the double blocks, so you can really sense the spaciousness in the hip sockets, keeping them safe. All right, plenty for me. Coming to the front of the mat, and we'll rock and roll, massage that back. So drop the hips low, nice and easy, right onto the hips. Grab underneath the kneecaps. Take that inhale, use the exhale to just collapse the low back and come on over. Oh yeah, nice and loose. Beautiful. Just roll back onto your back. Adjust your ponytail if you have it. Make sure your head is flat and straight. Grab the kneecaps with your hands. Circle out the knees. With that pressure down, you can feel this massage with the slight pressure down of your hands. Switch directions. Beautiful. Wow. Good. So bridge pose like we suggested, or I suggested. You can either use support or not. I think today, I'm feeling strong. So let's just go for it. If you're up for for a nice active bridge. Again, that pelvic bowl tilts so that when you come up, you have that spacious feeling through the front of the hip flexors. And hold. Last breath. Good. Roll down upper back, right underneath your clavicles, and then into the mid belly and into the low belly, using the hands to lengthen that down. Woo, awesome. Grab the knees, pull them towards you, and then grab the shins, ankles, and play with the happy baby. Soles of the feet gradually coming together. Reach for that little pinky toes. Open the knees. Keep the lower back on the ground if you can. Engaging the strength through that Mula Bandha. Suction in. Remember, all of those powerful points of resistance help to keep your joints safe. If you want a little bit more, try pulling the toes just a bit above your head. Again, gentle and sweet with your body, not jamming that flexibility. It's not about that. It's about safe joints. Then you can go into the muscle a little bit more and say, hey, my right IT band's a little tighter than my left IT band. You know, it's not about the joints, it's about those muscles. Good, gently release, circle, circle. Hands on the kneecaps, circling the knees. All right, those are my closing sequence. Anything else that you want or need? Definitely play with that. Twist might be nice. Knees dropping to the right. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep those close to me because I'm going to use them. Knees to the right. Come back to center. Knees to the left. Come back to center. Great. And then just rest. I think it's plenty of time. Oh, yeah. I'm so relaxed, I don't even know what to say. Just go right into your Shavasana. Find yourself in that place. A lot of focus on our hips and our space in our belly, which is key to keeping the low back healthy and safe. Mhm. Go ahead and deepen your breath. Couple deep sighs right out through the mouth. A little bit of massage for the fingertips. Rock for the head. Using your fingers to massage your head, shampooing your hair. Wakes that up. Gently bring the knees to your chest. Circle out the knees with your hands. Check in. Say, hey, wow, how does that back feel? For me today, really good, nice and loose. I protected my back the whole time by doing all of that inner work, inner suction, powerful strength and length. Roll to one side, supporting your body with one hand, coming up. So meditative posture. This is that place, that aligned place that feels like I can sit here in meditation, streaming in my highest self, all those questions that I've had, they are all answered in this moment of alignment. It's what yoga's for. To quiet the mind, calm the nervous system, so that you will become connected, yoked. Yoga means to yoke, link, yoke to your highest self. Yay. Namaste. Wow. Yay. Julie. Wow, my back feels awesome. Protected it the whole time, right?
Thank you. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a nice class. Good.
Thank you, Tom.
You're so welcome. Thanks for being here. I so appreciate you. I wouldn't have done that without you.
I appreciate you too.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Have a good weekend.
Okay. Bye. You too.
Bye.
Bye, Julie. It's so good. It's always nice to have a student to inspire me. That's how it works. All right, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you watched the replay and any feedback or questions. I'm here for you. Just my email, tagrowan@tagrowan.com.